Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, that's right, it is a boneyard time. We have a case. Oh, that's right, a case of 4 bricks for the Dungeons and Dragons Icons of the Realms Boneyard set. Fantastic is the fact that this isn't tied to any single adventure or whatever. It's just a bunch of undead, creepy stuff. I'm not too familiar with all the ins and outs of Dungeons and Dragons myself. I've played one campaign a couple years ago, and I had fun, but I'm not a whiz at all the ins and outs. I kind of do my own thing, and that's exactly what I need right now to populate my cavern for an upcoming gaming session. And I've been waiting because I'm going to populate it with nothing but what we find in these boneyard boosters. We're going to open all 4 bricks. At least the first 3 are going to be recorded. I may live unbox the 4th one. I will send out a notification ahead of time in case I end up doing that. But we're going to do these in separate videos. Nonetheless, here we go. Brick number 1. Brick of these contains 8 booster packs. There are going to be 4 figures in each booster pack. Look at this. I can't believe it. I mean, this is freaking awesome. I haven't opened one of these blind boosters in a long time. All right, folks. Here we go. We're going with number 1. Now, should I zoom out? Let's zoom out and zoom in as necessary. So here is booster pack number 1. Here's some of the crazy things that we may find in here. Now, if I'm going to shout out someone, I don't normally name drop other channels, but the Gallant Goblin just does such a fantastic job every time a new one of these sets comes out, and they review it and give you a full 360 of every single figure in the set. So I've watched that video of theirs for this series probably 5 or 6 times. Who am I kidding? More like 20 times. But yeah, I definitely have some faves that I want out of here, so let's crack it open. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I should probably grab an X-Acto knife or something because these are slightly taped. But here we go. Oh my gosh. Obviously, the zombie T-Rex is the one everyone's after. And that's not what we have in pack number 1, but what we do have, and then after I open each pack, I'm going to zoom back in to get the regular focus. Look at this thing. Looks like, some oil. An ochre jelly. There you go. That looks like a decent creepy fig for sure. And I'm going to say this now. I love the clear bases. Now, I know that's going to be a contentious topic for sure. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, look at that mouth on that guy. A bone whelk. So yeah, there are 45 figures in this set. And oh my gosh, this is so creepy. Look at the mouth on that snail. Oh my gosh. And of course, the shell. Look at that. How cool is that sculpt made of bones? You can see the skull bones and everything in there. That's so crazy. But how cool is that? So again, I'm actually a big fan of the clear bases. And see, if you hold it a certain way, you can see the name pretty easily. How about this one? Yeah, I can read that pretty easily. I know some people were kind of complaining that maybe from certain angles or something it would be hard to see, but if you just hold it right, you can see it pretty easily. But I just love the clear bases. I have no problem. It's so funny, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, but it's so funny when people say, I don't like the clear bases because all my other bases are black. I'm like, I've been using... And I'm sure everyone's been using different styles of bases. Like, some of my painted figures that I've painted or had pro-painted have, flocking on the base. So I'll have figures with grass on the base in my dungeons. And that's never bothered me before. So mixing clear bases with black bases also does not bother me. Dread Warrior. So that's kind of interesting. Look at that face. It's like a Halloween mask. I know I probably shouldn't make fun of it. But yeah, looks like it kind of comes together. Now I know, I'm sorry. Again, I have no idea who any of these are, but I can't wait. I'm going to come up with my own stats and probably my own names for each of these. Now this is one that's very cool that I've been excited about because it's just a generic ghost. Now that one almost was a little tough to read, but there you can see it, ghost. Because you're going to want some ghosts. It doesn't matter what the setting is. Oh, that is so cool. All right, folks, those are our first 4 figures. With 4 figures a pack and 8 packs, that means there's going to be, what, 32 figures times 4? Oh my gosh, we're going to have over like 120, 130 some figs by the time this is all said and done. I'm going to need a new way to store them is what I'm going to need. I use mostly those shelves way back over there. But they're kind of getting full already. Okay, so here we go. Pack number 2. And I got to go fast. I got to go faster. We don't have time for all this chit-chatting. I promise I'll pick up the pace. So, of course, the pace will quicken also, just from the fact that, oh, this guy looks really crazy. Just from the fact that we're going to have duplicates. I have an empty box over here. I want to start putting the trash in. This guy is one I've been wanting also. Oh my goodness, how cool is this? So this is an ogre zombie. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's a face only a mother could love. Look at those rotting teeth. Look at the folds of flesh, innards pouring out of there. Oh, absolutely love it. Freaking fantastic. Okay, next up. We have, and the other thing, and I keep plugging the Gallant Goblin, the other reason I love that channel is Mind Witness. He actually kind of goes into the background of some of these. So if you are an actual D&D fan, you want to know the backstory about each of these figures, please go check that channel out. It is freaking fantastic because according to him, this is like a beholder got captured by, oh God, what the hell are they? Mind flayers, and basically use these to enhance their psychic abilities or something like that. I mean, the whole story is just freaking awesome. And then next up, here we go. This one's freaking disgusting. Oh my gosh. This is a drowned assassin. And look at this. You can just imagine this zombie. Look at all those disgusting pores build up. Oh, that is so gross. But how cool is that? And look at the detail work on the face. This is just a small little fig, and it looks fantastic. All right, and then the next figure in this group is a sword wraith warrior. Again, translucent figure, sword and shield in hand. This would be cool if you were like a knight or a soldier or something and wanted to have like an ethereal form for yourself, or if you wanted to just use it as a ghost like that too, that would be cool. Okay, I've just learned my lesson from doing so many of these unboxings that the trash afterwards is no fun, so I want to pack the plastic thing back into the cardboard box. All right, here we go with the next one. I know I didn't grab a knife. That's okay. We can't be restarting now. Here we go. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah. It's so cool because, you know, I've watched so many videos on these just in anticipation. And then finally they're here and I'm actually holding them in my hands. This one is a juvenile kraken. Look at that. How cool. You know, that is freaking awesome. And, you know, I want duplicates of some of the more basic figures. Oh, here we go. This is just simply a ghoul. Oh my gosh, I want a ton of this guy. Because that's what I want. I want generic figures that I can, you know, spring on hero characters, and I'm going to want multiples. Look at that. He's holding a dismembered limb in his hand. Oh, look at that face. Absolutely love it. I want a lot of these. And then up next, we have Aghast. Look at that tongue. Oh my gosh. I want a bunch of these as well. I want a bunch of these ghouls and ghasts. I just love the sculpts on these. These are fantastic. Just like humanoid sized figures. Oh, love it. Last one for pack number 3 is this. Oh my gosh. Look at that haunting face, haunting form appearing out of the mist. This is, of course, you guessed it, a specter. Oh my gosh. That is so freaking cool. Look at it coming out of this arcane smoke or whatever. Absolutely love it. All right, we are now on pack number 4 of 8 for this initial brick. I'm liking what we've had so far, but I can't wait to find out what's next. This one is so freaking cool because you can put things inside of it. All right, so this is the Elder Black Pudding. I just love the name Pudding. Look at that. Oh my gosh. You can just imagine it springing to life like that. But that is just the cool thing, that you can put figures in there as if it's going to enclose itself around it. Oh my gosh. Could you fit an ogre in there? Because I was going to say the base hole in there almost looks big enough for this, but no, that guy can't fit in there. Can you put a jelly in there? Now what happens when a pudding enwraps itself around a jelly? Oh, I don't know if I want to know. All right, next up. Oh my gosh, I want a ton of these. Oh my goodness, yes, my caverns need multiples of these guys. Look at the spines. Look at the butt crack on that guy. So we have a death slod. Oh my gosh, how crazy looking is that? That just looks so cool. I'm loving the paint jobs on these guys. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love this. You know what? I'll be honest. I'm liking the smaller figures. Now, I do love that ogre zombie, though. Okay, look. Our first duplicate is a Dread Warrior. So, boom. We have the Dread Warrior twins. Ooh, and then I think last, I just lost track of how many I've opened in this pack so far. Last but not least, the Will-O-Wisp. I knew that before I even looked at it. Yep, the Will-O-Wisp. You see some lights flickering in the distance. They're not fireflies. Run! It's a Will-O-Wisp. Very cool. All right, folks, we are halfway done with this brick, and we are moving on to pack number 5. Slide those guys out of the way a bit, and here we go. What's gonna be next? Let's find out. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this guy. I've been hoping and praying that we would get one of these, and here he is, the zombie T-Rex. Oh my gosh, Andy has a bonus, and I'll show you that in a second. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at that T-Rex. Look at the flesh, the bones. Oh my gosh. Oh, gross. That thing is freaking disgusting. Tyrannosaurus zombie. Are you kidding me? This thing is grotesque, but it's not done yet. Look at the spines. Look at the top. Oh my God, this thing's so freaking awesome. It comes with a little bonus that you can put inside of its mouth. What is it? It is zombies. Look at that. Look at all of the faces and arms reaching out. You can plug this into the mouth. Because, and again, Gallant Goblin, I keep shouting him out. I've learned all this from the Gallant Goblin. Apparently, this Tyrannosaurus zombie vomits up zombies. Now, it only has a finite supply of them, so once it's vomited up the last, you can remove the zombies. But is that not crazy? These zombies are inside of the Tyrannosaurus zombie. Look at that. I'm sorry. I know, this was only brick 1, and I feel like this is the coolest figure probably we're gonna get. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. But oh my gosh, I've wanted one of these. Poltergeist. I already knew it because I've had my eye on this. Look at this. Like a ghost. Shifting the table, spilling the pitcher of water, tossing the goblet of wine, tossing the candlestick. You see how it's like tilted like that? Like the poltergeist is messing up everything, but that's such a cool little piece of scenery, and the effects on this look so cool, like the little translucent red for the wine, the blue of the water, the orange for the candlestick. Oh, I just love this fig so much. Okay, we're going to want many of these as well, multiples of these, because this is your basic mummy. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the regal kind of jewelry and stuff hanging off of this guy, but look at the hands. The wrapped hands, the wrapped mouth. Oh my gosh, I just love it. And last but not least, for pack 5, folks, we're going to want so many of these. We're going to just want so many of everything. This is your basic zombie. Number 1 of 45 is your basic zombie. Oh, that's right. Big old axe in hand. Some old armor still hanging off of him, but look at that. Oh my gosh, absolutely love it. So we're going to want several of him as well. All right, so moving on to pack number 6. Oh my gosh, we've done so well. I still can't believe we got the T-Rex. The zombie T-Rex in our first brick. Oh my gosh, this is another one that I've had my eye on. And that is this skeletal warhorse. Come on. Oh, yes. Yes. Warhorse skeleton. Boom, look at this. It is literally just that. A warhorse still has its saddle and all of its accoutrements, but it is a skeleton, a skeletal warhorse. Very cool. Next up, we have another zombie. Yes, this is the second type of zombie, number 14. So there are 2 zombies in the set, and this is the second style of zombie. Oh my gosh, I love it. Holding the blade, armor hanging off, long hair. Very, very cool. Absolutely love it. All right, next up we have, I knew we were going to want one of these. A crawling hand, just a dismembered hand. Crawling claw, it's called. Yep, that's fantastic. Many uses for that little guy. And then, last but not least, we have another kind of spectral warrior. This is specifically a phantom warrior. Oh yeah, that's just awesome. Very cool. That will join our Sword Wraith Warrior and our Ghost as to complete our triad of ethereal spirit folk. Very cool. I don't know if I gave a full 360 of this guy. Very, very cool. All right, that is it for pack number 6. We still have 2 booster packs to go. And then we still have 3 more bricks to go after this. I mean, come on. Okay, here we go. What could be next? We don't have any skeletons yet. Oh my gosh, this thing is disgusting. This is the type of thing you do not want to find crawling around your floor when you have to get up for a drink of water at 2 in the morning. Look at this thing. It almost looks shrimp-like. It is called a carrion crawler. Now, that one is a little tough to read. A carrion crawler, number 26. Look at that. Ooh, that thing is creepy as heck. I see one we've already got, so let's go ahead and grab that one. We now have our second will-o-wisp. Very cool. You can always use multiples of those. And finally, and I just said we didn't have any skeletons yet, and then here we go with our first skeleton. It is, just simply put, a skeleton. And it looks like a halfling skeleton or maybe a dwarf skeleton with a little hand axe. You can see some remains of armor or clothing on it. Some hair still attached there. And it is a smaller little skeleton. All right, and then last for pack number 7. Oh my gosh, this guy's cool. This has to be a rare. Look at that. Hand casting magic. It's like a blue translucent hand. Very cool staff. This guy is the Deathlock. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a rare, but he looks really cool. All right, awesome. All right, folks, we have 1 booster pack left of this initial brick. Here we go. Let's dive in. What do we have? Zoom out. What a brick it's been. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Oh, gross. Oh my gosh. This thing is freaking disgusting. What the heck is this? Okay, zoom in, zoom in. This is an atropol. Look at this thing. Oh my god. This is heavy. This is a solid figure. Good God. And it's lifted up off of the base. Now it has these tentacles that are attached there, but man, this translucent thing to kind of give it the impression that it's floating. That's so gross. Look at the face on that thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think, is this broke? Yeah, I think so. I was like, is this free floating or what? We may need to add a little bit of super glue to reattach that, but otherwise, look at this guy. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking gross. And very, very cool at the same time. That's why I was so excited for this pack. I think I kind of got off on a tangent at the beginning. I was going to say, you know, as someone who doesn't necessarily use their figures for Dungeons & Dragons, this set really appealed to me because it wasn't tied to any specific storyline. It was just a bunch of, like this, a wraith. Just an undead or creepy line of figures, and here we go with this wraith. Very cool. We can use multiples of those too if we ever get any. Next up is, oh, this thing is so gross. This is the Spawn of Caius. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Where it's essentially like this zombie. Hopefully it's a zombie and not like an actual person, but it's like this zombie got infested with these like worm things or this slime. Oh my gosh, that's the only way to make a zombie even worse. Just cover it in these slimy worms. Eek. And then the last figure, folks, is another skeleton. And I love this one because it's an archer, a skeleton archer. Very cool. We don't get enough ranged units, I feel like, in terms of generic figures. Let's take a look at what we pulled in our first brick. Can you believe it? This is absolutely insane. The highlight. I don't know what can top this. The highlight is the zombie T-Rex. Freaking love it. Probably followed by this, because I've been wanting one of these guys since I saw him. And then I just also love just a bunch of these generic guys, the ghouls, the ghasts, the other things. Absolutely love it. All right, folks, 25 minutes. I want to cut these down to hopefully get them done around 20 minutes for the future one. So we'll work on it, but here it is, brick number 1 of D&D Icons of the Realms Boneyard. Stay tuned. We have 3 more bricks to do. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it, and until next time.